Okay, welcome to Free Your Mind podcast show. I'm your host, Danielle Ampon. We're back to season 2 now. As you guys know, season 1 was very nice. We had a lot of people. So we started a new season of very, very good guests, important people. And please keep subscribing, keep watching. Hopefully, Netflix picks us up soon.
There you go.
We have a school board trustee in the house today from New Westminster School Board, Danielle Connelly. Thank you for coming in.
Yeah, thank
really
you for
appreciate
having
you.
me. Yeah.
Thank you for taking time out of your busy day and coming to help us on the Sunday.
Absolutely.
I know it's not easy. You want to let the people know about yourself, what you do?
My name is Danielle Connelly. I live in New Westminster. I have 2 boys who are now going to be 20 and 22. I will have no more teenagers after this year.
So now you're 2 men.
Yeah, two men. And I am a school board trustee serving in my 2nd term in New Westminster.
Thank you so much. I know my daughter is the one that get all the questions together. So every question that comes out, whenever I write, I'm expelled and stuff. So her job is to get the right questions. So the first one would be, what inspired you first to get involved with education and become a school board trustee in our local community?
You know, everybody, I think, has their own little path of how they get there. For me, I did study political science in university, so I've always had an interest in politics. But specifically, I was involved in the rally to rebuild the high school back many years ago, and that really got me more involved in local politics and inspired me to want to get involved more and do more.
Because I know I went to the high school.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I went to high school. I came to Canada in '94. My dad drove me to STM. And then a few days later, he found me at New Westminster High School.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because STM was all boys.
Yes.
And I was not into there was no soccer too, number one. So one day he's like, okay, let's go check out New West High School. I went there and I never left.
Wow.
Till when 97, 98, and I walked out.
Wow.
So I was there when all that stuff was going on. All the Pearson, Massey, everything that was going on.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's good that you guys actually did very well. They were able to build a new high school.
Yes, the new high school is next door, and it's a great building. It's unfortunately not necessarily big enough as the community continues to grow, but yeah, it's a nice modern facility.
So one question I want to ask, like usually, you know, when they build the schools in all the communities and provinces, they always build for the meantime. They don't build for like
their
population for 10 years
funding
from
model
now.
is to build for current capacity, not for future capacity, which it's very frustrating, especially in a community like New West where there's not a lot of land.
Yeah.
So it would have been ideal had we have been able to build, put the money invested up front to maybe have a building that we could build on top of or expand in other ways, but that was not the case.
I know, even with their elementary schools, they build one here, 2 years later it's
portables.
Yeah.
And it's very frustrating.
Very, very hard.
Yeah.
So what can we do as residents in the community? What can we do? How can we get the city, the province to start planning ahead instead of just building for the meantime?
I think it's all about advocacy. Write letters, send emails to your local MLAs, to the Minister of Education, to your local council even, so they can advocate on our behalf as well, to your school board, so we can continue advocating when you see things that you feel need changed. It's really at this point about advocacy and getting the will in the government to where it needs to be.
So what's been the most challenging part about being on the school board?
I think it's what surprised me the most, and I think this is often the case for a lot of people, is the structure. It's a corporate board. It's not like a city councillor, and when you're at that level of politics or MLA or MP, there's no way to raise extra money. I mean, we in New West do have an international student program, but as you know, with the capacity issues, that's shrinking. So we rely 100% on the government to fund education and
sports, everything.
for everything. So
Wow.
it doesn't give you a lot of flexibility in that way to really determine how you're going to raise some funds for current need, that type of thing. So you're really reliant on the province and hopeful that they'll fund it adequately. And I mean, in the 8 years I've been there, education is not, I would not say it's been funded adequately.
Yeah. It's been pretty much like capped.
Well, I wouldn't even say it's been capped. And when we ask for the investment in education, it's also about getting back to old levels. I think around 15 years ago, we sat at around 15% of the provincial budget went to education. We're now below 8% goes towards education in the province. So we're going in the wrong direction in terms of prioritizing education.
And now our population, the province population has quadrupled pretty much.
Yeah.
Since the 20 years ago. And it's still the same budget and it's been lower.
Yeah. Well, it's not necessarily the same budget. They will say they're investing more, but what that really means is they have to invest more because there's more students.
Yes, that's true.
It's not more of an investment in a per student funding capacity.
And what's been the most rewarding on being on school board?
I think there's two answers I could give to this. One is kind of personal. I think it's been really nice for me to go through this journey with my family and my boys seeing and supporting me, and my husband going through it, to my mom. So there's been a lot of rewarding moments for me personally, but I think the other side is just getting to be, make what little impact you can in the community, and just be a part of the community, be a part of, trying to give back to this community and to kids and students and their education, and just seeing, going to the graduations and seeing these kids heading off and hearing stories of success and, struggles along the way, but kids that are coming out and really, following their dreams and pursuing their passions and being able to help facilitate some of that. So
yeah, that's very nice, because I know when I used to coach at the high school soccer team, I became friends with most of the kids. Some of them graduated, they win, they still call me sometimes. Some of them made me come here and visit, and I think that's the most. That's the joy I got from coaching the school.
Yeah.
So many people I meet on, even sometimes we have a soccer tournament in Richmond called the Nations Cup. Whenever I go there, I'll be walking, all of a sudden somebody come and tap me, "What's up, coach?" And I look, it's like, it's
a lifelong connection and relationship.
It's kids that was like shorter than me now. I have to look up and talk to them. So when it comes to like that, I enjoy it, and I'm pretty sure you enjoy the same one, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I don't get as much connection, but we do have a really active student voice. So seeing those kids come to the board table and grow from their experience that they're having, and help facilitate that growth as well, it's been really rewarding. So
when you're growing up, you grew up in
I did not, no.
Where did you grow up?
I was an Army brat.
Oh, you were in the Army?
So no, my dad was.
Your dad was in the
I was
Army.
an Army brat. So
oh wow.
Moved around all over Canada. We lived in Germany. Yeah.
Wow. How was that experience like?
I think it helps you be fairly adaptive.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of, relating it to what I'm doing now, I've seen a lot of different educational systems and been a part of them. I don't know anything different.
Because I know when you're out of the country, life is different, and then you come here, it's like a 360.
Yeah, even from province to province, it's quite remarkable, the differences and the education systems and whatnot. So yeah, we were, our family was really tight, and I don't know anything different. So
wow, no, that must be fun.
Yeah.
You probably, because I know my uncle was in the Army when I was in Ghana. 5 o'clock in the morning, he's up.
Yeah.
pouring water on everybody. Get up, let's go. Yeah. You got to do push-ups from there. You got to go an Our uniforms, if you don't iron it,
Yeah.
he'll get a cane and whip you. He'll
Wow.
come
Okay.
check your
No, that
socks.
was not.
No, because in Ghana is like that.
Yeah.
They don't mess around.
No.
Even at the school public school that we went to, every morning there's an assembly.
Yeah.
Every class, let's say like maybe grade, it was like JSS is like from grade 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yeah.
It's maybe multiple classes. Everybody have to line up.
Yeah.
When you line up, the teacher will come, check your shoes, check your socks, and your uniform.
Yeah.
They'll do the color like this. They'll look to see if it's dirty. They're gonna tell you didn't wash it.
Wow.
And then you raise your hand.
Yeah.
They will see your armpit. If you have stains in it, that means you have. Oh, so it was strict. So
Very strict.
very strict. So when I came here,
Yeah.
I remember my first day at New West
Yeah.
High School. I'm sitting there quietly. I'm sitting there. The teacher will ask me something. I'll say it. If they don't ask me anything, I don't say anything. So after class, the teacher was like, coming to the side, it's like, hey, Daniel, are you okay? I'm like, what do you mean? Yeah. I'm okay. He's like, you don't talk, you don't do nothing. I'm like, yeah, I'm afraid I might get whipped.
Yeah.
He's like, what do you mean getting whipped? Like in Ghana, you know, Ghana, if you talk in class too much,
happened. Yeah.
this is what happened.
Yeah.
And she explained to me, no, here we don't do that. So slowly, I got comfortable.
Yeah.
I started getting used to it. I'm like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
And literally, and I remember second day, one of the kids said, called the teacher by the first name. Oh, I was sitting there, I was shaking.
What was going to happen?
What's going to happen? Nothing happened. So I went home and I asked my dad, I'm like, hey, I went to class today. The kid just called the teacher, not even miss, say, Janice. I was like, and nothing happened. It's like, yeah, here it doesn't happen.
Much, yeah.
Then I started getting used to it a little bit.
Yeah.
So I was like, wow.
Yeah.
So here life is like, kids have it easy.
Well, yes, I won't disagree with
Yeah,
that
kids have it
compared
easy in
to
Canada.
Your
Very
experience,
easy.
for sure.
Very easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
My daughter, I tell her every day, she doesn't listen. I tell her, listen.
Yeah, it's
You-
hard. It's hard
yeah.
to.
You have it easy. You get to go to school
It's hard
and
to understand that if you haven't experienced
yeah.
it. Yeah.
You go to school, you can be on the phone, no problem.
Well, no, you can't anymore.
Oh, now you can't, thank God.
Yeah.
It's about
No.
time. Because before, they never listen. They will do
Yeah.
whatever they want.
No, kids are not allowed on their cell phones during class anymore.
So if you could change anything about the education system, like right now,
Yeah.
what will be like and why?
Oh gosh, I think we've probably touched on a lot. I wish that it was. I wish it was funded better.
Yeah.
Because I really, I see the ways that we struggle to meet the needs of all kids.
Yeah.
And it's heartbreaking sometimes. I mean, the current funding model has a ratio of 1 counselor to 693 students.
Wow, that's a lot.
That's all the funding they
Yeah.
provide to districts. New West, our ratio is better. We have opted to, something else has to give. I can't, I don't know specifically what, but
Yeah.
we have adjusted it so we have a better ratio. But that's, everything these kids are going through and have gone through, and, after COVID, and, even seeing after the Lapu-Lapu tragedy last year, and, we had services brought in to support students in our district because we did have an educator who passed away during that. And
Oh yeah, I
and
heard
then
about
they,
that.
they were here for a week or two and then they left, and it's
Been tough.
that trauma doesn't go
Yeah.
away for those kids who interacted with this educator, and or even as we learn, some kids were there and experienced the horrors of that day, and yeah, we're letting our kids down, and that's the toughest. So if I could change one thing, it would be just funding education
yeah, like,
adequately. Even getting back to the the percentage of the provincial budget. Give us
Something.
16% of the provincial budget and invest it in education. That would be transformative, what we could be doing for kids and their education and their growth as a whole.
Yeah, because I remember when we were going to school, if you're in any sports, the bus would come take you guys,
Yeah.
and then after school they bring you back. But when I was coaching, it wasn't like that anymore.
Yeah, no,
Now-
and its parents have to pay,
Yeah.
and yeah, and then you get into equity issues. And New West, I think most school districts are quite good around that and have reserve funds so that every student has access to recreational and athletic or arts opportunities. But it shouldn't be like that.
Yeah, it shouldn't be that like
No, I don't think so.
They should be able to go and come
Yeah,
back.
have those experiences and yeah.
And especially like if you have a young girl or young boy going to grade 9, going to let's say, or maybe Alpha to go play a game, and after 5 o'clock,
Yeah.
there's no,
Yeah.
you have to find your way back.
Yeah.
Your parents at work is a problem.
Yeah.
And then
And
they
that-
have to take a taxi to the games.
Exactly. And for some kids that's what keeps them going back to school every day, and those kinds of connections, and to think that kids are maybe not having some of those opportunities, whether it's athletics or sports or more studies that they want, more opportunities, that kind of thing. That's what is challenging to me, and that's what I would like to see changed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and what advice would you give to young people, especially young women and students from like underrepresented communities
Yeah.
who might want to pursue leadership role in in the future?
Yeah. Just put your hand up. And I know that can be hard for some people, but be curious, put your hand up, put yourself out there, and look for those opportunities. Most of our educators, are there to help and help kids seek out those opportunities. Talk to your teachers, talk to your counselor, find those opportunities, and support each other. Support each other. I mean, if sometimes for a child to stick their neck out, they're worried sometimes that it's about, are my buddies going to tease me?
That's
or something.
true,
So just support each other, and yeah, if you're not finding the opportunities that you need, or advocate for yourself. You really, I can't stress that enough, and I know it's way easier said than done, and those underrepresented groups that's challenging. I mean, it's really hard. We do surveys and we want to hear from students, and it's how do we get to those kids? How do we get to those kids who aren't the ones that are putting their hands up and volunteering for all the clubs and all the leadership roles? And it's our job too as adults to help facilitate those opportunities. So I hope that the board and our district is able to meet those kids where they're at and help them. But yeah, I think just be curious, and if there's something that you're passionate about or curious about, make some of those connections and support each other.
And one thing is like with Queensboro and coming down here for school.
Yeah.
I know it's very difficult. They've been trying so hard to get buses, and they will stop and they go.
Yeah.
And parents cannot drive because they are at school.
Yeah.
So have they decided to keep the buses going on? Or are they still thinking
we
about
have
it?
not heard
You have not heard?
from the province yet. There was no dedicated funding in the provincial budget that was just released. I think our next hope is that maybe in March, when our operating grants are allocated, that we'll maybe have something in there for it. But yeah, that's an equity piece. It's such a unique situation. Nowhere else that I can think of offhand do you have 300 kids trying to get to school and have to face a situation like that. It's unfortunate, and that's tough on families and kids when they're being promised something and it's not being delivered.
Yeah.
That's not just adults, that's kids that are being affected and impacted with that. So I really do hope they step up and fund that.
But have they ever thought about building a high school in Queensboro? So to avoid all these problems, because
Yes.
if you can't come to school, they have to build a small one there.
Yeah, an annex, and that certainly has been talked about.
But still, it's all up to the province.
It's all up to the province.
Yeah.
So our district is in the process of redoing our long-range facilities plan, and there will certainly be, I would imagine, I mean, I don't want to speak about something that hasn't happened yet, but I would imagine that there will be a look towards something for Queensboro going forward. There has to be.
Yeah, there has to be, because if you want to go for a run, there's no track in Queensboro. If you want to play soccer, there's like half a park there. If you want to come to school, you can't come to school.
Yeah, I think they have like half a basketball court over there. It's
And if you skip school, your parents get upset.
Yeah.
If you don't go to school, your parents get upset, and you
Yeah.
can't get to school. You can't win these days.
I mean, I hear stories, and this is of kids with their N and packing their car. They're not supposed to, but they're in a desperate situation, want to get to school on time. So weighing the consequence of
Driving or not driving.
driving and bringing some of my friends who are about to be late, and it's an impossible situation, and these kids should not have to be facing this stress every single day.
And that's actually true, because if you have your N, you can't drive nobody. You can only drive one person.
passenger.
And then you have like 10 kids that you know with 10 cars driving. Oh man,
Yeah,
this is like,
it's not
it's
good.
not feasible at all.
No.
Wow.
Or kids, I mean, there's kids who ride the e-scooters that are not actually legal, and they're making the trek all the way over the bridge, so
The cars.
all the way through town here. Yeah, it's an impossible situation, and it's something that the province really needs to take seriously and commit what they've promised already.
So I was talking to somebody about this. Like, I think it would be important to have like a couple people from each pretty much like each side of New West to be on the school board or to be in the city council. So that way their needs are being met.
That would be ideal.
Instead of having a couple people just from here,
Yeah.
they don't really care about Queensboro, or people living like Connaught Heights. Same problem.
Yeah.
Connaught Heights school has been there for so long.
Yeah.
Nothing has happened.
Yeah.
At nighttime,
So trustees are, we're liaisons to the
schools.
PACs, the Parent Advisory Councils. So we do get out and attend, or we're supposed to get out and attend PAC meetings. And that is a really good way. I mean, that to me has been the best way to get out into, I liaise this year with Queensboro Middle School. Which is amazing for me to be able to sit there and hear the concerns and get the questions from parents in Queensboro, because I don't live in Queensboro, and I've been the representative for the liaison for Connaught, and I don't live in the West End. So again, it's good to be able to, which I think that's a really important role of the trustee, is to attend these PAC meetings and really get involved with the various schools around New West, for sure.
So now it's been helping when you have like liaison and other schools and stuff like that. It's been helping the community a little bit.
Well, I think it's very helpful to me, because I learn more about the concerns and the goings on. I attend their fairs or their bake sales or their graduations and that type of thing. And
so
then you go to the PAC meetings, and that's when the parents are talking to me, and
And that's the best way to learn, because if you're not there, you never know.
Exactly.
Because sometimes I know my daughter used to play basketball there.
Yeah.
I'll go drop her off, and at nighttime I try to go pick her up. Sometimes it's so dark there.
Yeah.
So I imagine for the kids that are doing like those little after school service, and here, at nighttime, 3 o'clock, it's dark.
And it's getting dark, exactly.
And there's no lights, no nothing. So hopefully they do something about it.
Yeah.
And hopefully the city, the mayor, and everybody get involved, because I know it's not easy for the young kids.
Yeah.
I got a couple more questions. Let's see, which one do I want to bring it up? Like, what legacy do you want to set for yourself after you're all said and done with the school stuff, and to move on to something else?
Yeah.
What legacy you want to leave? So make sure, Danielle, we did this.
Yeah. I think I'm going to say, with politics and getting into politics and just the background that I've had is, and you're talking about what legacy do I want to leave? I will say, with the school board, politics is never personal. It should never be about you. And
that's true.
As soon as you make it about you, you're in it for the wrong reason.
That's true.
So, with that in mind, it's hard to think of leaving, a personal legacy, because it's not about me. But I think in terms of a legacy of maybe something I've changed a little bit on the board, I think one thing is just being able to collaborate. And that's not always as easy as it sounds, especially when there's varying, everybody comes with their own ideology and ideas and things they want to accomplish, and how do we make it so that we can all get along
Yeah.
and collaborate and work together in the interest of who we are there for, the students
yeah.
and families in US. So I think that's something that I've really tried hard to foster, and I hope that's something that continues on.
Because me, when I look at the school board, I don't look at it as a political agenda. I look at it more like everybody's there to serve, to help the students.
That's the ideal.
Yeah. But then the city hall is a different situation. So every time when I talk about the school board with everybody, I know everybody's there want the best interest for the students
Yeah.
and for the kids.
Yeah.
But no, I don't see that as a political agenda. But whoever looks at it like that, like you said, you're in the wrong you're in the wrong place.
You are.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I when people ask, how I like being a trustee, I always say I love everything about it except for the politics.
Yeah.
But it is inherently a political position, so there are politics.
That's true.
And I think it's important that we are able to set aside our differences and whether it's our political differences or whatever it may be, and find ways to come together, because I think that's an important example to set for students.
Okay, so looking ahead, what goals do you see achieving for the students of New West and elementary school kids, everybody, middle school?
Yeah.
Because New West is so overcrowded. Lord Calvin is like, it's like so much.
Yeah.
Kikite was built not that long ago,
Yeah.
probably like 10 years ago. Now it's
Yeah.
overcrowded.
Yeah.
And I know for sure Herbert Spencer, same thing. Canad High is the same thing. Lord Calvin is the worst.
Yeah. Lord Kelvin's the worst. Connaught
Yeah.
has space. Spencer has space,
Yeah.
actually, which is why we're going to be moving the early French immersion from Kikite over to Spencer to take some of the pressure off of
Okay, some of the teachers.
Kikite.
Yeah.
It's really, really hard. I mean, it's one of those things. If I had unlimited means,
Yeah.
if a bunch of money dropped to the table, it would be incredible to see some of the things that we could do. But I think with the means and the resources that we have, I think just keeping our focus on, the values, our strategic plan, and focusing on, kids' mental health, numeracy, literacy, those types of things. It would be great to just blue sky it and think I'd love every child to have access to unlimited resources, everything they need. That's not the reality we live in. So I think it's just doing the best that we can with the resources that we have, and being at that table and seeing how we can make that happen, and make an educational experience for kids in US something that they will carry them through to the rest of their lives. So yeah, it's about how do we do the best with what we have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So growing up, did you see yourself in a leadership position when you were growing up? Did you saw yourself doing this, or it just
I
kind of
don't
fell on
think
your lap?
I saw myself necessarily do this, but I was really lucky. I had parents who made me believe I could do anything, and the sky was the limit. If you want something, work hard, achieve it. So I was very lucky to have that kind of support and that kind of guidance from my parents. And so I didn't think it was something I couldn't do.
Yeah, that's true. You knew you could do it, just if you put the time into it. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
No, Danielle, thank you so much for coming in.
Well,
Thank you for taking out your day, come and help us out.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Oh, thank you.
This is an amazing thing that you've built, and it's incredible for our community and building our community and just letting everybody have representation and their voices heard. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah. So if you're watching at home, you know what she said. The parents, let her believe anything she wants, she can do. So if your parents at home watching this, if your kid is trying to do something, don't stop them. Trying to play video games, make sure they're the best at it. You want to be a soccer player, the same thing. You want to be a reader, the same thing. You want to be a computer person, anything you want to do, you have to put your mind to it, because that's the only way you can achieve anything in life. And parents, please support your kids, because that's the only way you make a difference in your life. So thank you so much for coming in. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
And Please keep watching, subscribe, and keep growing us, because that's all we need. We need everybody to watch so we can grow, so we can get better and better and better. Thank you so much, and we're out.